What is up, risk takers? Welcome to the Kill Pete strategy. I am Pete. I am a progressive specialist playing Risk Global Domination on PC, currently ranked 60th in the global leaderboard. What I'm doing on YouTube is I'm very interested in getting better at the game, and if you are too, I invite you to come along this journey with me and subscribe to my channel. I'm releasing daily videos. Wednesday is the podcast style interview show, Fridays is fixed content, and every other day is whatever I feel like. So today I'm trying to set up a game with 6 players, progressive, 60-second turns, balanced blitz for rolls, no alliance, no fog, no blizzard, and no filtering of rank. Looks like we have 6 people, so I'm going to fire the game, and let's hope they all stick around. The map is Skull and Crossbones, which is one of the maps of the week. So we'll see if we can master this map for you all and give you a little bit of strategic tips, thoughts, and whatnot for playing progressive on Skull and Crossbones. So first thing to notice, I'm in the 4th position. So let's take a look at our opponents. In the first position we have Loy Schnitzer, 17, 284 hours, 47 to 174, so they are probably an intermediate at best. In the second position, flying the flag of UK General Karnik, 4994. They are much, much better, 40 hours, and they have an even win-loss record. Let's watch out for yellow. In the third position, we have Moles 98, flying the flag of UK with 0 wins and 5 hours in the game. Myself, and after me we have PacificTrough, also UK, with a 1/3 win rate. And finally, in the final position, flying the flag of Ireland, Dolly Win 20, 17 hours, 924. So, the only opponent I am very concerned about is yellow, and they make a conservative attack and pass the turn. Now let's take a look at the board. Let me just move my face out of the way a little bit so you can... There we go, so you can see the whole board. Okay. So what we are dealing with is St. Bonnie's worth 2. That's a 5 for 2. 3, 4, 2 is another 5 for 2. Okay, so the 3 of the 4 corners are 5 for 2s. And then the middle is valuable. So these continents look perfect for progressive because I don't think anyone's going to hold them. So this was an extremely aggressive... Oh, but it's only as one front. So it's up to the yellow player to break. And what I know about good players is they don't do that. So blue is going to pull ahead to an early lead. I want to be out of their way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my 6 through their 1 and into my 3 here. So I'll have 3 positions on this board. I'll have this position, and this position. And I'm going to want to maintain those 3, but I got to get away from blue because blue will be holding that continent, I predict. Yellow will not break. Good players tend to default to good neighbor strategy, and this is particularly salient for a progressive game, such as this, because continents don't actually matter as much as the cards, but blue, being a opportunistic newer player, took the continent. What would happen if yellow decided to break? And yellow is I've identified my best opponent in this game, right? They have an even win-loss record, so they're quite good. What would happen if yellow broke? They would spend all of their value for their next turn, rolling a 6-on-6 they might lose, and then they've incensed blue, if they do succeed, to go and kill them in the late game and spend all of their cards and all of their value. So if I was in yellow seat, I wouldn't break, therefore I am predicting that blue will hold this continent, but it's only 2 troops, it doesn't matter that much, and that will catch blue back up to being at parity with everyone else's troop count. Second turn, yellow goes for their own... No, sorry, this corner is the one corner that doesn't have a continent. Right. It's a piece of New Barbarossa. Yep, okay. Blue is allowed to hold their continent, and they will expand conservatively out from that one position and guard with a large stack. Oh, they put an extra troop there. Good for them. That's a smarter play. Get an easy take on me. I like it a lot. Okay, what's up with this corner? There's a 3 of green there. I don't like my centralized position. I'd much rather be hanging out in the corners, but this is the way this cookie crumbled for me. So, I don't want to lose this position, but this 4 is better. I also don't want to lose that. I think my answer is I add a troop here, I cut through into my 8, and I bolster both of these. And if I lose the 2, I lose the 2. So I still actually have 4 positions. But this one is weak, and it could get picked off. Thankfully, though, this is a bit of a no man's land between a really big stack that I have and what Magenta looks like they're doing, which will be taking that continent. What's it called? It's called Easton. Alright, the white player puts in the center. Gets an easy take on me as well. So what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to line myself up to make kills on the 6th and 7th turn. What I usually like to do in these types of situations is have 2 or 3 large positions at that point when all the matches start to come in. I'm fine to be 4th to match, so the matching sequence in progressive goes 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 15. I'll get the 10, assuming nothing funny happens, as in one of these 2 players matching in early, which is entirely possible. People match in early all the time. Don't do that unless you're about to die. And we are now in the 3rd turn. So when you're holding 5 cards, you're forced to match. Therefore, wait until as long as possible so that you can get the biggest match possible. And then the trick is, who can you kill? Whose cards can you take? And if you were to take them, would you be able to match in turn? Magenta rolls a 5-on-2 and fails. So now we have this open space here, and now they're also forced to take that continent. I know better than to piss off Magenta. I sure wish these 2 connected, but they don't. So Magenta's going to be allowed to hold a continent as well. Yellow puts in that middle position. Not doing so hot. I think the smart move for me is to get an easy take up there and sit on this position. Bolster these other 2. Does blue also roll a 5-on-2? Yes. Thinks about it. Oh, he's thinking about rolling a 5. He's checking the odds. Blue is a newer player. Okay. Yep. Good move. I like the move. Blue is guarding. So Magenta has no exterior position. Blue still has 3 positions. The white player looks semi-weak. Yeah, I'm fine with my original thought. I will put all 3 of my troops there to discourage blue from running into me like that. But they still might, because they have the power of the additional troop count from their continent. Where do I want this stack? I want it where it was, I think. Yep, feeling good about this so far. I could lose this 7, but that would be overly aggressive, and blue hasn't played overly aggressive. They've played aggressive, though. I'm trying to read a new... And they're likely Novice, so sometimes novices play unpredictably, and they're hard to read. Or harder, at least. The better a player gets, the more consistent they tend to play. So, predictability is a facet of skill. I like green's game, so they're making themselves really hard to get chipped at. The downside of green's game, though, is they won't be able to easily make kills. So you see the structures that green is building. They have a more of a defensive game going on. So green is setting themselves up to not lose, but they're also not setting themselves up to win. Magenta gets on a take on the 2 because they were also allowed to hold their continent. And now I'm becoming more sandwiched in the middle. This could be a bad game for me. We'll see how it goes. Yellow declines to get a card. Now, was that a mistake? They're trying to put themselves last in the matching sequence. I have this 7 stack now, sandwiched between a 4 and a 5. That's not going anywhere. Thankfully, blue put there, and they're going to attack the 4. So green loses 4 troops, putting themselves down. No, they get an easy take on me. Sure, that makes sense too. Oh, they go for the 3 and they fail. Now they have to punch out. Or also not get a card. And that would be weird, to have 2 of my opponents not get... Okay, they failed to get a card as well. So now I'm starting to think that I would be early in the matching sequence, because I don't want to I don't want to get less than the 10. So what I think I'm going to do in this context is I'm going to add a troop here, and I'm going to add 2 troops to the other, and I'm going to get an easy take on blue because I still can get my card this turn. I can skip a card next turn, and that will enable me to put myself to the back of the matching sequence and give me a little bit more control of that. I don't need to skip the card this turn, but I do plan on doing it next turn. I do have a match just in case. Okay. White has 1 more troop than me, and same with green. So white and green are in the lead in terms of troops. Somehow blue, for holding a continent all game, has not been able to take the lead in terms of troops. So that just goes to show you that the game is not all about your continents, especially the game of progressive. Similarly, magenta, putting in 5 troops, bring themselves up to 26, and they will be the first to be forced to match, because they're going to get a card right now. Yep. Cool. I'm going to skip my card, I think, on my next turn. I'm just going to add to these 3 positions. Yep, cool. Magenta is leaving me this nice no man's land for me to card trade for a while. And the yellow player is aiming to punch me, but I don't think they will. Let's see what blue does. Also, sandwiched. Oh, blue's going to punch me. The blue's going to punch me right there. Blue matches early. Okay. Blue is a novice player. Okay, so they bring me down to 16. I get 3 troops. I think I do get a take now because I'm very close to death. Yeah, I won't be able to hold 5 and survive. So what I'll do is I will put 2 troops there, put 1 there, and try and separate myself as much as possible so that I'm not just eaten by a stronger opponent. I'm holding 5. I'm hoping to get to my next turn where I can match in, and I would get, so they got the 4, 6, I would get the 8, assuming nobody else matches in early. It's not great. Blue is quite bad for doing what they did there, right? It was a risky move that didn't really benefit them in terms of board position. It was more of like a fuck Pete, but not benefit me type strategy. So I'm holding 5 cards. I have 18 troops. I'm very, very weak. So this would be the point in the game where someone could eat me. The move I made up here now is I have a bit of a buffer zone between magenta and green, and I'm not showing any aggression to either of them. The magenta player puts in. Let's see if yellow matches early as well. I don't think they will. I think yellow knows better than that, and they just got lucky that they now have to fight blue, and they have seen that blue is a dangerous, crazy person. So, oh, okay. Magenta's going to try and kill me? Or setting themselves up to do it later. Interesting, interesting. And pulls all the way out. No, sets themselves up to kill me. I like what magenta is trying to do a lot. Yellow gets an easy take. They're not afraid of blue, even though blue has shown the desire to go this way. It's also possible yellow and blue could be collabing, but you never know. Okay, blue is just terrible. Rolling 26 on 10 for no reason. Gonna weaken green. Yep. So I get the 8. No, I get the 10. And I have a joker. Okay, so I get back-to-back matches. That could help. Who can I kill? Can I kill white? I think I need to set myself up for that kill. So what I do is I put an even bonus on both of my stacks, knowing full well that I have the joker, so I'll be able to match again next turn. So this is turn 6 now. So I'll put half of my armies here. My 13 is 6. I'll put the other half here and get my take south so that I am lined up to kill white. White matches in next, though. Green is also a possibility. I'm still weak. I'm still the shortest stack other than yellow, but yellow's holding 5 cards and I'm only holding 3. Saving grace is I have the joker, so I have a match on 3, and I'll get the 20 if I need it. Blue also did something really dumb, which is they attacked, they broke that 10 of green, but then they pulled their big army back into a defensive position. What you want to be doing at this stage of the game in a progressive game is making sure that you can make kills, take people's cards, and spiral out of control. So Blue has prevented themselves from winning the game by this move. Don't do that. White is thinking, spending half of their turn in the draft stage. Now 3/4. Better do something, White. Magenta has a single position, but it's quite strong. I'm very curious to see what Yellow does next, and it looks like Green is the fish. Can I kill Green, though? Green's going to get a card somewhere. I'm interested where. Is it going to be down here? Yeah. Rolls a 6 on 3 and wins. Okay. Can't really kill them yet. 30 troops. Not quite enough. Yellow's going to match next, get the 15. Magenta's going to get an easy take on me, probably. No reason to do anything else. Unless they have an early match and they can eat me. They don't. Okay. And they pull inside themselves? Cool. So now Magenta can't kill me either. That is key. Magenta's holding 4 cards, so they'd have to spend their match in order to kill me. I have a match on 3. Do I use it? It's a tough call. I think the answer is yes. But I don't think I can make a kill. Blue continues to do something dumb because they're bad at this game. Hey, Reg. Hi, buddy. How's it going? All right. So, I have a match on 3. I'm going to risk not trading, knowing full well that someone's going to eat me. Because I'm playing to win. So I'm going to set myself up like this. I'm fine there. I'm safe here. I mean, Magenta could match. I move this way. That's my play. So here's the sitch. I know I have a match, but I didn't use it because I couldn't make a kill. So now someone is going to match earlier. My match is going to be slightly bigger. Maybe I get eaten, and that sucks. But this is my only play for victory. I'm not terribly worried about Magenta, because I have this safe buffer. I'm not terribly worried about Green, because Green has split themselves. I'm not terribly worried about Blue, because Blue is is locked inside of themselves. I am worried about White. I am worried about Yellow. Yellow is almost dwindled to a single position, and they're at the back of the matching sequence. So if I can finagle a kill on Yellow, that would work very nicely. And it looks like that's the plan. So, let's see if Magenta matches in early or not. Because I got a match in on 4. And who do I kill? I think I can kill White, maybe. It's tough. That makes it easier, though. Thank you, Green. That makes it easier. How do I blow this 7 stack? So what is Green an easier kill for me? Okay. Magenta gets to 20. Where does it go? They have only 2 roads. They can punch through a 16 and they can punch through a 7. The 7 is the lane of least resistance, and that makes White the fish for me. I don't see Magenta as having any other play unless they just choose to fuck me instead, which they don't. So they take this 7, and now White's the fish. That's how I win this game. Kill White, get their 4 cards. Match again. Then kill Green, I think, is the play. Let's see if Yellow changes that. Maybe they get an early match. Nope. Let's see if Blue changes that. Okay, so I gotta kill White, then Green. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 over here. That will be after, so I want to hook around. Okay. I'm going to try and kill white mostly with this stack. And here we go. Good. I think I can win. Kill white and green right now. Let's see some fireworks. Who else has cards? Blue has cards, yellow has cards. So I kill green. It's still close. So 13, I'll put 25 here. The rest like that. And then I line myself up to kill blue, I think. Can I do it, though? No. I think this might be where I hold. I have the Joker, so I have a guaranteed match again. This board is compartmentalized now, though, so I have to figure out... Okay, I'm putting in 35. I can't kill. I can come close to killing fucking blue, though. Let's go for it. Balls on the table time. I think we got him. Feels good, man. And now I get the 40, and now I can eat yellow. And that's the game. What a great turn. Sometimes when you're hot, you know what I'm saying? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found some of it entertaining and informative. And again, if you are interested in getting better at this game, I invite you to subscribe to my channel and come along for this ride with me defeating an expert, an intermediate, a novice, beginner, and a master. We got the complete set in this game. We got the complete... Okay! Awesome! I don't know if I've ever done this on video. So we have a novice, we have a beginner, we have an intermediate, we have an expert, we have a master, and myself, a grandmaster. So, complete set. Cool. Hope you guys enjoyed. And until next time, for all of you on the path to world domination, good games and good luck.